the folks over at Dovetail Games. Now, they released a bit of information today regarding what will be coming in the next version of Train Simulator. And suffice to say, it's something that the community, and I would be lying if I did not say myself included, has been wanting for a very long time. And with the new version of Train Simulator that's coming later this year, I believe in around September is usually when it's out, maybe a little bit later, it will be coming with a 64-bit application. There's someone floating above the tracks. I'm not responsible for any injuries that may occur. I think he's just walked straight through. I don't know. Let's just try and get out of Carlisle for the time being. But yeah, so Train Simulator 2019 will have a 64-bit application, and one of the biggest questions they have been asked, other than will Train Simulator ever be 64-bit, is why are you doing it? And they've stated there's several reasons, but probably the biggest one is more to do with the type of content that is coming to Train Simulator nowadays, especially with a lot of the scripting that a lot of the third-party developers have. I know that Digital Traction have had a few that have scripting, quite advanced scripting. They've had Smokebox as well with the Union Pacific 844, and also just trains with a few of their advanced range, especially in terms of the steam locomotives themselves. So it will also mean that it will run probably a little bit smoother. I mean, I've got a fairly powerful machine regardless, so that kind of doesn't affect me as much. It'll still improve things like load time. It should improve things like load times and general stability, so you're not constantly just like skipping frames when it tries to load the next section of the track. So hopefully that will improve a fair amount. Just try to get up to speed a little bit more. The next question, I am quoting some things from the article explaining it, is like what a 64-bit application will do. And what it boils down to is it will be able to access a lot more available memory that the computer has, so it will be able to do more processing, so it will be quicker, it will be more stable, but I mean, if you try and have like an extreme amount of community pieces, then it's possible that you may still run the risk of having it crash, but hopefully it will decrease the amount of times that it can crash. God damn it. These speed limits always catch me out. But so for anyone that runs a 64-bit version of the Windows operating system, it will be able to access more than 4 gigabytes of your RAM, which is well, it says the hard limit for the application is 4 gigabytes, but only 2 gigabytes on a 32-bit system. So I mean, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, so hopefully it will improve. It'll improve my performance a little bit. And they've also stated what it's not going to do. The base is, it's not going to turn this into Train Sim World. It's just not. I can understand why, like the game engine is not physically built to render at resolutions that high, which I think's fine. I mean, a few more pieces of detail wouldn't go amiss, probably. It'd be quite nice. There's a few general things. Like, I've got this beast PC, what will happen? So, well, you don't need to worry about that. You don't have any worries. So yeah, you may have seen just a little jitter there. Hopefully the 64-bit version will solve that. But another concern is what will happen to DLC, because Train Sim has a huge, it's known far and wide for having probably one of the biggest and the most expensive DLC collections on Steam, reaching over £4,000 so that's easily $4,500. I don't know what the local exchange rate would be for your currency, but yeah, it's probably expanded since then, even in pounds for me. But the good thing is they're also improving the tools as well. So when they update the engine for just the game itself, the tools will also get updated, which is quite nice. So we're not just left out. They haven't said any new content for Train Sim 2019, but of course there will be. As to what that will be, I am as of yet unsure. But does a 64-bit application mean that 32 people with 32-bit systems will not be able to play it? No. They're still keeping it, probably more on the legacy side, because I think a lot of people nowadays will be running 64-bit systems. Because I believe it sells better as well. But I will definitely be having a look at the 64-bit application when it does grace itself in my Steam library. I hope you can put it set it as a default like you can with some other applications. That'd be quite a nice touch, I think. Let's see if we can get up to 60. I haven't actually give the Dutch Hamilton a good thrashing yet, well, so this would be pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, I'm running. Frames are quite high. I don't know whether it's just my view or whether that seems a bit janky. I don't know. There it seems fairly smooth, but it seems a little bit janky, I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of, it's about, I am going to say it's about time they did that, because otherwise they're just going to be stuck in otherwise where they're not going to be able to push it much more than they are doing. I mean, a lot of the scripting things at the minute it's quite amazing what they can do, because this is the same engine they've had since 2009. It's 9 years old. And they have been updating it, but it's still got, I mean, you can still see its age, but that doesn't mean that it's turning into a complete, doesn't mean it's turning completely crap. It's quite the opposite. It's still got its, the thing about Train Simulator is it's still got a lot of playability, and Dovetail Games recognises that, and the playability would diminish if they kept it as a 32-bit application. So I am very happy to hear that it's a 64-bit. All your content's still going to work. Hopefully it'll just run a bit smoother, but maybe we may get longer routes as well. So for any of you guys out there who do high-speed runs on things like East Coast Mainline, West Coast Mainline, we may get even bigger routes for the pure processing power. power up here. The LMS engines were absolutely beastly at tackling hills. And you know, they had bigger boilers and bigger smoke boxes, so they definitely packed a punch. They never beat the LNER though. That's I know they had the potential to. God, did they have the potential to, especially with these beasts. But I don't know. I'm currently on minus 45 after a 200-point bonus. That's nice. Yeah, just scrolling through some of the other details as well. So, if you're worried about your content, they say it's going to be fine. They can't guarantee there won't be issues because they've never done something on a scale like this, because they already have a base that they are upgrading. With Train Sim World, they were able to build it from the ground up and put that through 64-bit. With this, they're basically opening the floodgates for a lot more processing power to go through, but seeing as they've never been there before, it's something that they're relying on the community to feedback with. And I will definitely give my feedback, because it's something that I am interested in, because I do still want to play this game quite a lot. So I do want to play the game quite a lot, because I like running trains. As nerdy as that sounds, I just like running trains. How far am I from? That's not too bad actually. 24 miles away. I do not want advanced control mode. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I will use advanced. Why not? I'll coast a little bit, because we're coming up to the crest of a hill, so we'll glide down the other side. Yes. But yeah, so I'm happy the guys at Dovetail. I do hope they give like a little demonstration to it as well, because I would like to see how much performance improves on their machine, even though they're streaming. Because if you're streaming from the same machine you're playing games on, then it can put quite a stress on the I need to keep it on basic to keep going. That's quite interesting. I do like the beat of this. Yeah, they've stated they have added a new section to their forums as well, just in case you are having issues with the 64-bit, so that's definitely something that if you do have issues, I probably would go and talk to them about it, because anything you find out that they haven't could really help them, and it could really help just develop. It could flesh this game out more, because I mean it does need it a little bit. The stuff in the background's been done from more of the limits of what this game engine can do. I'm going to coast down the hill now. See, if I put it in advanced mode, the brakes go on. I have no idea how to turn them off. That's a sander. I can't remember anything. you do see little glitches as it loads either some AI or some more landscape. There's a few certain things. But that's something you can hopefully add a lot more of. So it's like where I had Carlisle at the start of the video. There weren't that many AI there, about 2 or 3. Whereas hopefully with the 64-bit version you can have a completely full station. And hopefully the same with ones like York, Newcastle, King's Cross, Glasgow. Glasgow would be quite interesting, because Glasgow looks a lot more of a spaghetti fest than King's Cross. Do I actually stop anywhere? I don't. That's quite cool. Yeah, I'm hoping to have a few more videos out relatively soon. I do tend to do a few more as the next iteration of Train Simulator graces our machines. They've actually put quite a good analogy for 64-bit processors and 32-bit. It says it's what high-speed trains are to steam engines. I mean, I personally think there's nothing wrong with steam engines. I love them. Just amazing. I mean, they can fly no matter what. And they look gracious as hell while doing so. That's something I hope they bring to Train Sim World soon. Steam engines. Because I really want to play with them. Yeah, I will put a link to... I'm not going to put any links for content in the description today, because I'm just using this as a backing more than anything, to express my thoughts on the 64-bit announcement. I will put a link in the description though to the article itself, and I think I will leave it at that. So as always guys, I would like to thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, I shall see you guys next time.